will be underway. He'll bring it out. It's Bailey. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense will have the football first. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others, that they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Dropping back, it's Cross. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it.
On the set.
They'll give it to the back. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Let's take just a moment to talk about New Mexico State. The biggest problem for schools at this level is getting enough big bodies, particularly on the offensive line, and getting a 3-star guy like this can really help them at this level, Jesse. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Finds his tight end. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And I think that completion is as good as a 1st down, right? Because you set yourself up now in 4th and inches. Quarterback sneak's going to get it done. You can keep this drive alive.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
They're just marching in and already threatening in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. In the red area, it's Bell. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Running back searching for a hole. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Aggies come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the move. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. And the Aggies are marching down the field. Looking to throw. He wants it all. Touchdown, New Mexico State. They grab the early lead. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They didn't have to cover a ton of ground, moving at 33 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
He wants to take the top off. Wide open, he makes the catch. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. And the Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Alexander. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Got it in the middle. It's Alexander. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
It's complete to the left. Across the 15. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Looking for the goal line. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. They've moved him forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Trying to have success on 3rd down.
3rd and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff. Wants to throw. It's Cross. Under fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back into 16.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
And the field goal unit is on the field. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Give to the running back. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Punts it out of the air. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line.
Jackrabbit.
Power football with the run. Gets it past the marker. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Handoff to the lone back. Brings into the open. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. From the shotgun, the inside give. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
42, spot.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
He got it. And that will extend their lead even further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. FIU handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown and what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. Stopped at the 28, but a big 15-yard pickup gives them some breathing room. It's a 1st and 10. The quick out. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Alexander. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. That's it for this period. New Mexico State has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So first down here as they go back to work. Back to pass, it's Cross. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. The Horned Frogs are in the hurry-up.
What a weapon this guy is, right? At the tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Oh, they're after him. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Going for it all. Touchdown, TCU! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful. Intercepted for the 11th time this season.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish, and they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Makes the grab, and he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing it.
He'll take a shot. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. It's good. And with the field goal, we're tied here in the second quarter. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush. They win up front.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding.
And they will score! Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
TCU, number 83, when the catch is scored.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
17, New Mexico State, 10.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down. Guys, let's chat about New Mexico State. Good pickup on the recruiting trail just last week. 3-star defensive back. A guy that could be a bit of a diamond in the rough, but that type of talent is what they need to build that secondary.
Man, yeah, and this is a program that's...
Turning it on! Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. They've got the screen set up. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24. The Aggies can really attack on this second and short. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I like changing things up. I like trying new things. Handing it to the tight end, that's something you don't see very often. A little creativity. Now, it was negativity in the end, but I like the creative thought process of trying to get somebody else the football.
He wants to throw it. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And this one is perfect. That'll cut the lead down to 4, 17-13. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Kennesaw State went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Owls team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in the Fun Belt, and that certainly held true again today.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Looking downfield, it's Cross. Flips it out on the screen. There he goes. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The give to the tailback. Runs through the tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting the tackle for loss.
Here's a hit. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Well, that's their third sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point of the game.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Looking to take a shot. He caught it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion. It's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they
throw to the end zone, picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Makes the grab. It's Pride. He's loose. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Pride. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Quickly to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
And the Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Gets rid of it. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
I tell you what, to get home to the quarterback and force pressure while just rushing 3 allows your back end to cover so much space. Now you got 8 guys in coverage. It makes you really dynamic in the back end of your defense.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down.
11-yard line. 4th down coming up.
We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Waning seconds of the 1st half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Smashes it between the uprights. That brings them to within 1. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like it's been a terrific scene there today in Las Cruces. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this 2nd half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Aggie Memorial Stadium.
And the Horned Frogs will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Handoff to the single back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
And the Aggies are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Caught close to the marker. It's King.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. I mean, again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Here's the handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
Off the play fake on first down to throw. On the run, deep down the right side. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for room. It's Bell. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
And the Aggies can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The short hands, it's Pride. He almost picked up the first down on that one. Just a little bit short.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Aggies really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Looking for a push on 4th down. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
How nice is it to have a running back with this guy's skill set, right? That's not a guaranteed gimme 4th down conversion either, but still, they trust in him to find the crease and keep this drive alive.
And the Aggies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Complete to the right. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15.
Love the accuracy on that curl throw by the quarterback, putting it right in the numbers, right in the breadbasket of his wide receiver.
Now from inside the red zone. Finds a spot in the middle. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Going to the ground. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Here on third down, you might want to protect the field goal, but you have to stay aggressive. Under fire. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And with that, they've taken the lead. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it out. It's Bailey. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Takes the handoff. It's Alexander. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Still running at the 40. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. The Horned Frogs moving quickly to the line.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating an explosive play.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Just keeps slinging it. Makes the grab. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Fourth down and inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Looking to throw on first down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
42, Spider.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. That's caught. It's Kane. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. They've got it first and 10 at the 50. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Pride. I think that receiver really had two choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he was going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these curl routes. He catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and man, the quarterback gave him no choice.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. This New Mexico State offense is pushing all the right buttons. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Pride. Open space at the 25. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback moving. The throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the ground with the back. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
When I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now, the nice lead here late in the 3rd quarter, they're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This has been a really good-looking drive. Plenty of plays. They're staying on the field. They're bleeding and ticking this clock away. Nice job there getting it done on the ground.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Big fullback's got it. They stop him in his tracks, trying to sneak that fullback loose and nothing doing. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And that's a great stop by this defense. 2nd down and goal, getting the lost yardage play, now putting your defense in a better position for 3rd down.
This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, New Mexico State.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism, not getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the 4th. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Conference USA action right now, fellas. Wait till you see how things are playing out. Sam Houston looks like it sent the JV squad out there today. An offense that can't move the sticks and a defense that looks disinterested. They're trailing by 25 to Texas State. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back with any big changes, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Off the play fake on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Alexander. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the boot, looking for his man. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
And the Horned Frogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Scanning the field, it's Cross. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. On the run, it's Bell. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
They'll go right back to it. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
It'll be a draw. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to go up top. Moves away as he feels pressure. And they keep him out of the end zone. He's run out of bounds at the 5.
I tell you what, 4th quarter, you're trying to get to the quarterback, trying to get the ball back to your offense. But nice pursuit. Nice job making the QB scramble outside of the pocket, chasing him down. And even better, you got a gift. He runs out of bounds, and now the clock stops. Now you're saving time late in the ball game when it's really going to matter.
On 3rd and short, they'll give it to the tight end. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. The Aggies have this offense rolling.
Jackrabbit.
downs in a row.
And that's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executed in the 4th quarter. Nice job.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And right down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll return it. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Here's the pressure. Right on the money. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Horned Frogs headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw, it's cross. It's caught. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Lets it fly. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, TCU. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. He's looking to throw. And the defense comes up with a sack, but I think that penalty flag is going to wipe it out, and it's going to be a 1st down for the offense. Defense in the neutral zone. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They'll run this play from the pistol. Handoff, keep working on that clock. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
On the move. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Okay, ready?
Now facing a 3rd and long.
Black 24. Black 24. Here we go. Ready?
From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Corners are going to bail. The give, and he's looking for room behind the left tackle. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Cross. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He stopped at the 15. Not enough for the 1st down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. This freshman quarterback is slinging. There to pick up that 1st down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. To the air on 1st down. Rushes on him. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Oh, and he just dropped it. So close to his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
And that is a play you got to make as the defender. You've got the lead here late in the game. You got a chance to secure the win with the interception, and you put it on the ground. Missed opportunity.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He'll try to take it back.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get...
Touchdown, Aggies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
The AT unit on the field. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Back to throw, it's Cross. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Going to swing it on second down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to...
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes along.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.